Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Yes, hello again. Today we are diving into 8 key phrases. These actually come straight from a recent SpeakDuo lesson.
Ah, right.
And they're really designed for advanced learners who are aiming for that high proficiency. Maybe like a band 9.0 on the IELTS speaking test.
Exactly. And remember, listeners, you can always head over to SpeakDuo.com. That's Speak, S-P-A-K, Duo, D-U-O.com. You can meet new people from all over the world, practice English on video calls, and really boost your speaking confidence.
Definitely worth checking out.
So let's get right into the first idiom then. We want to explore why these specific phrases can really elevate your speech.
Okay.
We'll kick off with to get one thing straight. Now, basically, it means to clarify an important point.
Right.
But why would an advanced speaker choose this maybe instead of just saying to be clear?
That's a great question because, well, to be clear is pretty neutral, isn't it? It's just about, informational alignment.
Yes, standard.
But when you use let's get one thing straight, that's different. It feels much more assertive.
It does.
You're actively pushing back against maybe a misunderstanding, or you're setting down a really firm rule or asserting some authority. It definitely carries more weight, sometimes even a bit confrontational.
Precisely. It's like drawing a line in the sand, especially in, say, a professional setting.
For sure.
You might say something like, before we sign this contract, let's get one thing straight. Project deadlines are non-negotiable.
Ooh, yes. Very clear and, thinking about the IELTS test, if you feel you need to qualify your position strongly, using this idiom right at the start signals real control over your argument. Like, let's get one thing straight. While I appreciate the role of tradition, innovation is ultimately the key driver of progress. It just sets a powerful tone immediately.
Good example. Okay, so moving from clarity to capacity, our next phrase is to have one's hands full.
Ah, yes.
Which means to be extremely busy.
Now, everyone says, I am busy, right? It's fine.
Sure.
But why is I have my hands full considered, more advanced, maybe band 9 level?
Yeah, what's the difference?
I think it's because it's such a strong visual metaphor. You literally picture someone with their hands overflowing.
Right, can't hold anything else.
Exactly. It implies you're operating at maximum capacity. It suggests you're not just busy, but really busy, maybe even a bit overwhelmed, and you simply can't accept any more commitments right now.
Yeah, it's the difference between just being occupied and being completely maxed out. It's actually perfect for a polite but very definite refusal.
Especially at work.
Definitely. I would genuinely love to take on that additional task, but I currently have my hands full managing the merger timeline.
Perfect. And if you're asked in the test, maybe, to describe a demanding period in your life, you wouldn't just say it was difficult. You could say something like, last month, I really had my hands full preparing for my final exams and simultaneously interviewing for new roles. It just conveys the intensity much better.
That vividness is key. Okay, speaking of having a lot on your plate, or, having your hands full.
Haha, nice link.
Yeah, we often need to prioritize. And that brings us to phrase number 3, to make the most of something. It's a phrasal verb meaning to use time or opportunities or resources as effectively as possible.
Right, and the key difference here, compared to just saying maybe to utilize resources well, is that make the most of usually implies optimization, often because the resource or the time or the opportunity is limited or temporary.
Ah, so there's a sense of constraint?
Exactly. It's about really seizing that finite chance. If you just use your salary to pay rent, you're utilizing it. But if you get, say, a small tax refund and use it specifically to invest in a skills course,
then you're making the most of it.
spot on. You're leveraging that specific, perhaps unexpected opportunity.
That makes sense. That feeling of maybe urgency or limited time is important. So if a friend gets a chance to travel, you might advise them, you really should make the most of your time abroad by, speaking the local language every day, not just sticking to English.
Good one. Or for the speaking test, perhaps asked about weekends or relaxation.
Yeah?
You could show efficient time management. Well, I usually spend time with family,
but I also try to do some strategic reading over the weekend to really make the most of those 2 precious days.
Nice. Okay, phrase number 4 deals with the outcome of those challenging periods we mentioned. To come out of an experience well. This essentially means having a good result or a positive outcome after facing some kind of difficulty.
Yes, and this is a lovely phrase. I think it focuses more on internal transformation. It sets it apart from just saying to recover or to succeed.
How so?
Well, recovery sort of implies just getting back to where you were before, right? Back to baseline.
Okay, yeah.
But coming out well suggests you might actually be stronger or wiser or somehow better positioned because of the struggle you went through.
Ah, so it emphasizes resilience, growth.
Precisely. Resilience and the growth gained, rather than just, ticking the box that you completed the task successfully.
That's a great nuance. It helps build a more compelling story, doesn't it?
Absolutely. For example, the market downturn was frankly brutal for the company, but thanks to some really strong leadership, they came out of the situation surprisingly well and even managed to diversify their portfolio.
Good business example.
And personally, maybe if asked about overcoming obstacles, you could frame it in terms of development. Oh, it was incredibly difficult moving abroad alone, without a support network initially. But in the end, I definitely came out stronger and much more self-reliant.
Very effective. Okay, next up, let's look at handling minor setbacks. Phrase 5 is no harm, no foul.
The classic.
It basically suggests that because no real lasting damage was done, there's no reason for hard feelings or any consequence.
Yeah, but it's important to remember where this comes from, right?
Sports.
True. And that origin kind of tells you something. The phrase specifically acknowledges that, yes, a rule was broken or an error did happen.
Even if small.
Right. Even if minor, which makes it different from just a casual, oh, it's okay, or don't worry. It's more like conditional forgiveness. Yeah, a foul occurred technically, but since the outcome wasn't really affected,
We dismiss it.
exactly. No harm done, so no penalty applied.
It's actually quite a useful diplomatic phrase. If a junior colleague accidentally sends an internal memo to the wrong person, but it's caught quickly,
Yeah?
you might smooth things over by saying, look, it was just a small internal mistake. We caught it straight away. No harm, no foul.
Takes the pressure off immediately. Or thinking about an IELTS context, maybe reflecting on everyday social interactions.
Someone bumps into me accidentally in a crowded place, or maybe makes a harmless slip of the tongue in conversation. I might just say, no harm, no foul, to, keep things light.
Good one. Okay, shifting gears slightly, let's talk about opportunity with phrase 6, on a platter.
Okay.
This means something is given very easily, without any real effort needed.
Yes, but we need to be a bit careful here. Comparing it just to given for free misses a key point.
Which is?
On a platter almost always carries a slightly negative or at least cautionary feeling.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it often suggests that the success or the opportunity, because it was delivered so effortlessly, somehow lacks real value or respect, because it wasn't earned through struggle or hard work.
I see. So it can imply entitlement, maybe, or undeserved ease.
Exactly. That's why you often hear it in a motivational context, stressing that you do need to put in the effort.
Right, like we can't expect this promotion just to be delivered on a platter. We have to really demonstrate continuous added value over the next year.
Perfect example. I mean, maybe, just maybe, there's a tiny exception if you're describing some incredible unearned fortune, like
winning the lottery?
well, maybe more like he was basically given the keys to the city on a platter after winning the Nobel Prize. Even then, it still suggests it was unexpected, almost effortless reward,
True.
But yeah, for general use, especially in tests, it's safer to lean into that idea that real success requires effort. You might say, I believe true career opportunities should be earned. Success feels much more meaningful than if it were just handed to me on a platter.
Good advice. Okay, that actually leads us back nicely to busy schedules. We talked about having your hands full.
Right.
And now we look at how to manage that with free 7, to fit something in. This means finding time to do something within an already crowded schedule.
And again, there's a nuance compared to just saying, do schedule time.
Okay?
Fitting something in implies more. Active maneuvering. like you're physically squeezing a task, usually a smaller one, into the gaps of an already packed calendar.
Ah, it conveys the effort involved in actually making space.
Exactly. It implies you're making an effort, maybe even sacrificing something else slightly.
Makes sense. For personal planning, you might tell a friend, look, I know I'm totally swamped this week, but I'll try to fit in a quick coffee break on Tuesday morning, maybe between meetings.
Yeah, you're saying you'll make the effort. And maybe discussing work-life balance during a busy phase?
For IELTS, perhaps?
Yeah. You could say, I absolutely prioritize sleep, but I still try to fit in 10 minutes of meditation every night just before bed, just to make sure I reset properly for the next day. Shows strategic effort.
Excellent. Okay, our final phrase for today, number 8, is to give back, often followed by to the community or to society.
A really positive one to end on.
It means to contribute or help others, usually after you've achieved some measure of success yourself.
Yes. And I think this one is much broader and feels more reciprocal than simply saying to volunteer or to donate money.
How so? Broader in what way?
Well, to give back often emphasizes a sense of duty, perhaps, or even gratitude from the successful person towards the society or community that in some way helped enable their success.
Ah, so it covers more than just time or money?
Exactly. It can encompass philanthropy, mentorship, sharing knowledge, using resources. It's driven by a sense of contribution, maybe, rather than just simple obligation.
I see. It's often used when talking about, say, corporate social responsibility, right?
Definitely. After their huge success in the tech industry, the company founders decided it was important to give back by funding STEM education programs in underserved areas.
Nice. And on a personal level, if describing your own commitments?
You could say something like, I regularly give back by mentoring recent graduates in my field. I hope I can pass on some of the knowledge and guidance I've received over the years.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, that wraps up our analysis of these 8 advanced phrases. Hopefully, looking at the context and the nuance gives everyone a much better idea of how to use them effectively.
Yeah, understanding the why behind choosing a specific phrase is key.
Absolutely. Now, we've discussed the nuances, the contexts. Let's see how well you've retained it all with a quick quiz.
Okay, let's test ourselves.
Ready? Question 1. The phrase, get one thing straight, most nearly means. Option A, admit fault before continuing. Option B, clarify a key point first. Or option C, change the subject entirely. What do you think?
Okay, folks, feel free to pause the podcast here if you need a moment to think about that answer.
All right, the correct answer is B, clarify a key point first. Remember, when you say, let's get one thing straight, it's all about that emphatic clarification.
Like the example, honesty is non-negotiable in this team. Very assertive.
Exactly. Okay. Question 2. Have your hands full most nearly means. Option A, be available for new tasks. Option B, be distracted by small things. Or option C, be extremely busy already.
Again, feel free to hit pause if you need a second to consider have your hands full.
And the answer is C, be extremely busy already. It's that strong visual metaphor we talked about signaling you're at maximum capacity.
Right, like saying, sorry, I can't help right now. I have my hands full with this report.
Perfect. Question 3. Make the most of X most nearly means. Option A, use it fully and wisely. Option B, save it for a later date. Or option C, share it evenly with others.
Thinking about make the most of. Pause now if you like.
The correct answer here is A, use it fully and wisely. Remember, this is all about optimizing a limited time or opportunity.
Like making the most of your time abroad.
Spot on. Question 4. Come out of it well most nearly means. Option A, leave early to avoid trouble. Option B, forget most of the experience. Or option C, have a good result after.
Considering come out of it well. Take a moment to pause if needed.
Okay, the answer is C, have a good result after. This phrase really emphasizes that resilience and growth after a challenge.
Like the example, despite all the difficulties, she came out of the situation really well.
Exactly. Moving on. Question 5. No harm, no foul most nearly means. Option A, the apology is rejected.
Option B, no real damage, it's fine. Or option C, a minor rule was broken, still punished.
No harm, no foul. Pause here to think it over.
The correct answer is B, no real damage. It's fine. Remember, it acknowledges a minor error but dismisses it because the outcome wasn't affected.
Like saying, oh, you bumped my elbow. No harm, no foul.
Right. Question 6. On a platter most nearly means option A, given easily without effort. Option B, earned through careful planning. Or option C, bought by paying extra fees.
Thinking about on a platter, feel free to pause.
The answer is A, given easily without effort. And crucially, remember that slightly negative connotation we discussed?
Yeah, the idea that real success should be earned, not just handed over on a platter.
Precisely. Question 7. Fit something in most nearly means to. Option A, cut it from the schedule. Option B, find time for it anyway. Or option C, assign it to someone else.
Fit something in, pause now if you need to.
The correct answer is B, find time for it anyway. Remember, this implies the effort of maneuvering or squeezing an activity into an already busy schedule.
Like trying to fit in a workout before dinner.
Exactly. And our final question, question 8, give back most nearly means to. Option A, help the community after success. Option B, return an item for refund. Or option C, go back home after travel.
Last one, give back. Pause if you'd like a moment.
The correct answer is A, help the community after success. This is all about that reciprocal contribution, philanthropy, mentorship.
Like successful entrepreneurs giving back by supporting charities or education?
You got it. Well done, everyone. Hope you do well on the quiz.
Yes, hopefully that helps solidify the meanings. That really wraps up our deep dive into these 8 advanced phrases for today. I think the key things to remember are really context and connotation.
Definitely. Understanding why you choose on a platter and knowing it sounds critical, or why get one thing straight signals authority, that's the important part.
Absolutely. And as always, consistent practice is what makes the difference. Trying to actually use these phrases in specific situations.
Yeah, like describing a heavy workload using hands full, or reflecting on personal growth with came out of it well. That's how you move from just knowing the definition to using them naturally and confidently.
Couldn't agree more. And if you do want more practice, or maybe you want some detailed AI feedback on how you're integrating these phrases into your own speech, do check out the resources at SpeakDuo.com.
That's SpeakDuo.com. We look forward to hearing how you apply these phrases next time you practice. Thanks for joining us on Superbly Said.
Bye for now.